Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan commends INEC. Rivers State announces budget preparations. Godswill Akpabio responds to allegations by Apple. Former DG of NYSC regains freedom from abductors.
In business, NNPC increases pump price of petroleum products. While in entertainment, Mr. Macron criticizes Lagos over closure of Independence Bridge.
And in sports, Ogun State prepares to host sports festival. Hello, I am Adejo Godwin Ochijeno. This is the news on the hour on Pilot Television. Now the news in detail. Embattled lawmaker representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, on Thursday commended the Independent National Electoral Commission for rejecting the process by some groups and individuals to recall her from the Senate. The senator thanked the Nigerian electoral umpire for upholding justice, constitutionality, and refusing to bow down to pressures termed as undemocratic elements in Kogi and the Senate. In a statement issued by her media on Thursday, Akpoti-Uduaghan praised INEC for rejecting what she called a fake process by sponsored groups and individuals to recall her from the Senate. While thanking the electoral umpire for upholding justice and constitutionality, she mocked ex-governor Yaya Bello again and others for attempting to break her willpower. The sole administrator of Rivers State, retired Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas, has announced that preparations are underway for the state's 2025 budget, which will focus on healthcare, education, agriculture, infrastructure, and job creation. Ibas disclosed this on Thursday while hosting a delegation at the Rivers State National Assembly caucus, led by Senator Barinada Mpigi at the Government House in Port Harcourt. He noted that following the Supreme Court's verdict on the state's budget, effort has been expedited to draft a new appropriation bill that reflects the government's commitment to social services and economic development. Those on the delegation include the minority leader of the House of Representatives, Senator Alwell Onyeson, Kingsley Chinda, and Victor Obozo. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has on Thursday reacted to comments by a former lawmaker representing Adamawa North Senatorial District, Elisha Abo, in which the latter accused Akpabio of being party to his removal from the National Assembly and condemned the actions taken on Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Abo had on Wednesday told Arise Television that Akpabio is behind his political troubles and even accused the senator of running the Red Chamber like an emperor. However, in a statement issued by his media aide in Abuja, the Senate President denied any involvement in the removal of Abo, who was sacked by a court of appeal on October 2023. The Adamawa legislator was removed following a judgment delivered by a 3-member panel presided over by Justice C.E. Nwosu-Iheme, which ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to issue a certificate of return to Amos Yohana of the People's Democratic Party as the duly elected lawmaker representing the area at the Senate. Former Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, retired Brigadier General Siga, has shared his 56-day ordeal in captivity after being abducted by kidnappers in Katsina State on the 5th of February. Siga was rescued along with other victims and received by the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu in Abuja. Siga recounted the dangers they faced, including threats from wild animals and attempts on their lives by their captors. He emphasized the mercies of God, recounting how a rocket meant to kill him failed to explode. Siga also highlighted the poor conditions of their captivity. He urged Nigerians to take collective responsibility for combating insecurity in the country. The National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, has assured corps members who recently completed their service that they will receive arrears of the revised 77,000 Naira monthly allowance following the implementation of the new minimum wage. Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Olakunle, said the payments will begin as soon as funds are available, adding that arrangements are already in place to credit corps members' bank accounts. The revised allowance was introduced in March, 8 months after new minimum wage was signed into law. Officials of the NYSC also emphasized the need for reforms to better prepare graduates for the modern labor market, as sentiments echoed by the Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The management of a private hospital in Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos, has denied claims that it demanded 500,000 naira before attending to a pregnant woman, Kemi Folajimi, who later died from pregnancy-related complications. Folajimi's husband had on a viral video accused the hospital of refusing to care for his wife due to his inability to pay the deposit, leading them to seek help at Ekpe General Hospital, where she died. However, the hospital's founder, Rauf Salami, refuted the claims, explaining that the woman was immediately referred to Ekpe General Hospital for urgent care after being assessed for convulsions. He stated the facility was unable to provide the necessary medical treatment, such as blood transfusion and surgery. Salami emphasized that no financial discussions took place and expressed frustration over the public backlash, suggesting possible antenatal care issues, but leaving the matter in God's hands. You are watching News on the Hour on Nigerian Pilot TV. More stories after the break.
Welcome back to the News on the Hour. It's time for business and entertainment stories. My name is Sasha Apollo. In business, Dangote Cement and Bua Cement have recorded combined growth in value, surging up to 163.7% between 2020 and 2025. Despite challenging economic environment, with Dangote Cement ranking second on the Nigerian Exchange Group and Bua Cement seventh. The company's growth is attributed to sustainable demand for cement, driven by infrastructure development and urbanization, as well as the ability to adjust in pricing and expand exports. However, experts say that sustaining this growth requires government intervention, strategic decision-making, and investor confidence. A major challenge both companies face is the crash of the naira, which has raised production costs. To mitigate this issue, experts are recommending the improving of forex liquidity, encouraging export earnings repatriations, and encouraging local production of critical raw materials. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has increased petrol prices to 925 naira per litre in Lagos and 950 naira per litre in Abuja, effective for 2nd of April 2025, following a similar price hike by independent marketers last week. Experts in the oil industry say the increase is largely due to the decision by Dangote Refinery to stop selling petroleum products in naira. The price adjustment comes after a period of competition, during which NNPC lowered its price to 860 naira per litre in March 2025 to match Dangote Refinery's rates. However, rising global oil prices, exchange rate changes, and higher crude oil costs have led to NNPC to raise prices. Notably, this development coincides with the appointment of Mr. Bayo Ojulari. As the new head of NNPCL by President Bola Tinubu, along with changes to the NNPCL board. Now, entertainment stories. Nigerian music chart data platform The Devil Hub reports that Rema has gained 223 million streams thanks to his hit-filled catalog, notably his global smash hit Calm Down, which made history by surpassing 1 billion streams. Rema's Marvin Records label mate, Arasta, is the third on the list with 169 million streams, thanks to a string hits of release, including her 2025 single, All the Love. Meanwhile, five-time Grammy nominee Davido tallied 113 million streams with his catalog, which is expected to soar with the upcoming release of his fifth album, 5. And finally, Grammy winner Wizkid rounds off the top 5 with 102 million streams. The megastar recently released the music video for Kese off his record-breaking album, Morayo. Nigerian activist and actor Adebowale Adebdayo, known as Mr. Macaroni, has voiced his criticism regarding the response of Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to the difficulties faced by residents following the closure of the Independence Bridge. In a recent post on X, Mr. Macron reiterated that addressing the challenges encountered by citizens is an essential responsibility of public office, rather than a discretionary act. He further underscored the notion that government officials who benefit from privileges financed by taxpayers should demonstrate a commitment to serving the public with respect and accountability. The closure of the bridge on April 2, 2025 led to the considerable traffic disruptions, which were subsequently mitigated after the bridge was reopened by the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, the following day. Autism is normally seen as a drawback and a disadvantage for those living with the condition. However, a young autistic boy in Abuja is proving otherwise, as he has achieved what even those without the condition have not. Our next report has more. A 15-year-old Nigerian boy, Kanyechukwu Tagbo Okeke, has broken the Guinness World Record for the largest art canvas created by an individual. Tagbo Okeke's achievement is even more remarkable, considering the fact he is autistic. The canvas was unveiled at the Eagle Square in Abuja on the 2nd of April 2025 and measures an astonishing 12,303 square meters, surpassing the previous record by nearly 3,000 square meters. The artwork, which is titled "Impossibility is a Myth," symbolizes the artist's journey and challenges through autism, and aims to promote the message that with determination and support, obstacles can be overcome. The unveiling ceremony, which coincided with the World Autism Awareness Day, was attended by notable dignitaries, including government officials and cultural leaders, who praised the young artist's achievements. That is all for business and entertainment stories. Please stay tuned for sport news.
Welcome back. A look now at sports stories. Team Delta has on Thursday defeated Imo State 2-1 in men's football to set the stage for qualifications to the quarterfinals at the Niger Delta Sports Festival. This came after they defeated Cross River 43-39 in the opening game of the women's basketball. Delta also beat River State 55-51 in men's basketball, but lost to Abia in handball. River State beat Bayelsa 2-1 in men's football, but lost 0-3 to Delta in women's category, just as Imo beat Cross River 3-0 in men's football. Actions continue today at the various centers, with women's long jump opening the athletic events. There are 14 gold medals on offer at the various centers for the events to hold on Friday. The Commissioner for Sports Development in Ogun State, Honorable Wasiu Isiaka, has said the state is ready to host the National Sports Festival scheduled to hold from May 16 to 30th, 2025. The Commissioner said a brand new Tata track, scoreboard, public address system and CCTV cameras have been installed, with the pitch expected to be ready in a few days. In addition, there are 4 tennis courts, the handball court and the swimming pool. Isiaka said the festival torch is already going round the state and the mascot will be unveiled within the next 2 weeks. So far, the festival's Touch of Unity has gone through Abuja, Kogi, Niger, Kwara, Benue, before being received by Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa on Thursday, with the final destination of the North Central Zone being Plateau State on Friday. Meanwhile, the Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, has approved 16.5 million naira to the 33 Sports Association, just as the state's contingents are expected to commence closed-door camping with immediate effect. Benden Insurance and Rangers International will face off in a high-profile match during the year's President's Federation Cup after scaling their respective rounds of 32 hurdles. With 10 titles between them, the two will battle in the next round of the country's competition. In other matches, Beyond Limits, who eliminated former Nigerian champion Rivers United, will tackle Ikorodu City Club, while 4-time winner Eyimba will also face Abakaliki FC, who defeated Katsina United on penalties. And with that, we have come to the end of News on the Hour on Nigerian Pilot TV. I am Adejo Godwin Uchijenu. Thank you for watching.